Hello, everybody. What's going on? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. This is a 99% clairvoyant reading. If you're watching this live, say hello when you come into the room at the beginning of the video. And if you're watching this on my YouTube channel at Bill Hobart, please subscribe to the channel and please like the videos and please leave a comment. Please let me know what you think of the videos and things like that. A hi Bill is good too, but the longer your message, the more the algorithms of YouTube grab it and send it to other people so they can see our conversation. Hey Kathy, hello Allison Strange. What's going on? I don't know how long the video is going to be because I had an upgrade this past weekend and I am not connected at all, floating around and yeah, so hi Laura. So we'll see how long it is. Hi Robin, how's it going? Yep. I got some things to talk about, but I don't know if Spirit's gonna be okay with that or what. What's that right there, just hair? I think it is. Yeah, so we'll see. I'll talk about it when we start. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's weird. Tell me, I mean, it's very, very strange. Hey, Chrissy. Because again, we've never been there, right? So it is an interesting energy. Very interesting energy. As the chimes go cling, yes. So I think is that here? It's gotta be here. Yeah, I guess so. When you got gray hair, what the hell, right? Hi, Haley. Hi, Janelle. Yeah. Wait a minute or two. I don't know what that is. Nope. It's a whisker. Sorry, guys. Hi, Adrian. How you doing? Yeah, so Spirit wants to start, so we will. Okay, so this past Friday night, Saturday morning, I had a massive... Hi, Liam. Or hi, Lily. Lilian, right? Okay. I had a major upgrade that came in Saturday morning before I woke up. And Saturday I was just done. I mean, I was sleepy all day. I couldn't really put I couldn't really put words together. Really couldn't put things together. I kind of was just floating and didn't want to talk to anybody, didn't want to do anything, just kind of leave me alone kind of energy. Hey Laura, because of I didn't know what I knew what it was, but I didn't know how to fix it like a good Capricorn, because you can't, right? So Saturday was a bust. I mean, it's like I got hit by a bus, basically, and I can't get rid of the cough, so I'm going to the doctor about that. But Sunday was better, okay, but it wasn't fantastic. Monday was pretty good. It kind of calmed down. And then, of course, the new moon was this week, right? And that was yesterday. What, right? No, Tuesday. Well, hell, I was gone on Tuesday. I mean, I was not even present at all on Tuesday. And Wednesday was the same kind of energy. Meditated, did all the things that I would normally do. And Spirit's like, just stop. You're in between worlds. You and others are going through major upgrades, okay? You just feel disconnected from your body, right? You feel disconnected from your body. And you have to stay as conscious as you can, and just ride out the energy, right? Just ride it out, because this is energy we've never felt before. Okay. Now today, it's like it was on Saturday. I mean, I am up here. Where? I have no idea. I mean, I'm just floating, and my brain is completely silent. It's completely silent. Not thinking about anything. 100% connected. it's an interesting feeling when that happens, because I'm used to conversation, right? Thinking about something, and again, asking spirit or just talking to spirit all day, right? I haven't talked to him a lot today. I haven't talked to any of them today. A little bit here and there, but it hasn't meant anything that I can remember. But I know that I have, but I don't know what I asked. So when that happens, guys, okay? When that happens, that's what that is when you wake up in the morning and you feel like you got hit by a bus, and what that means is all your stuff's not together. You're just kind of like, what the hell? I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, you do get it. You just got to get your third dimensional head out of it and connect and go, okay, I know what this is. Because we're all going to go through it, everybody. You're going to. I'm telling you, you're going to. Okay, so now Spirit's talking. Many have gone before you, and many will go after you, meaning me. Okay, and anybody else who had it this week. It was a massive week because of the new moon. Everything is tied to that damn new moon. And also, Mercury retrograde starts on the 23rd. So we're in the pre-shadow. This is a absolutely destructive, personal Mercury retrograde. Okay? So I will ask you if you have your birth chart, find out where you have Virgo. Find out where you have Virgo. Okay, which house is it on your birth chart? And you can just Google when you know. Hang on. Ooh. Okay. Someone's here. I don't know who it is. There's 3 of them now. Now 4. 5. Ancestor, 6. 6 of them. Spirit just says protection. Protection. Build protection. And my heart feels good. I'm not teary, I'm not scared, I'm not anything like that. And it's not my parents, Spirit says. It's not your parents. Others from your past, Spirit says. Others from your past. Ooh, now I'm hot. Ooh, okay. Wow. They're just here. But it's energy that I recognize, but I don't know what the energy is. But I know there's 6 of them. So Spirit says, okay, continue with Mercury retrograde. Okay. Guys, I'll tell you this. To be able to connect and be able to have that happen to you, you gotta surrender. Gotta surrender. This week, I have gotten more calls about BS because everybody's freaking out. And people that I've talked to or texted with are asking me the same questions they've asked in the past. Same questions. So obviously, ego's in charge of stuff, right? And I know, and everybody knows who they are. You know who you are, right? And if you're not going to surrender and do what you need to do personally to allow yourself and your guides to raise your vibration, you're going to continue to struggle. Because they're living as if they live 2 lives, okay? When they speak to me or they text me or whatever they do, they're one person. And then they're another person in their real life. In their real life, they're this person who's a 3rd dimensional being, right? And over here, when they talk to me, and I know that it's ego that connects to that. I know that it is about fear. Okay, Bill makes me feel secure. He can answer my questions of my crazy energy life. But then they go back into that crazy third dimensional life and make all these choices. And then will talk to me and I'll be like, what are you doing? And we talked about that a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago. Why are you doing that? Well, you know what? I just thought, I don't want you to think. They don't want you to think. You have to freaking surrender. Like that direction Spirit gives to me, that's where your life's got to be. And everybody can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And it's tied into this MFN Mercury retrograde and the freaking new moon. They are sending us such direct messages. Energy, right? Hey, Paula. And we have to be open to those things. But we're so swirling around in our head about, you know what, shit. Got to be careful because YouTube now has the censor police out. So you can only say 2 words. And that's not one of them at all. Or they completely ban you from they completely take your video down. Okay? So I have to watch that because he likes to swear. But we have to understand that when we have big, impactful dates, right? And we've talked about this for so long. And few people are asking for what they want. Yeah, Bill, I asked for blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I asked for blah, blah, blah. But Bill, really, I'm good. Okay. Okay. But those are the people that are going to struggle and wonder why, and are going to be pushed into an energy that they'll deconstruct for you. Trust me, they will. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. 9 years ago, I left my job after 35 years, maybe 37 years, I don't remember now. July of 2014. And I thought it had it all figured out. That was the Capricorn who was absolutely at the top of his game, controlled everything. Everybody knew who I was in every company that I've worked at. That's Bill. Ask Bill, he'll know. Ask Bill, he'll know. But then I quit my job, right? In retail footwear. Chimes. Spirit's laughing right now. And, okay, I was pushed to do this. But there's no book to read. Everybody that I thought would be a teacher or would help me out, Spirit would say, false prophet. False prophet, Bill. False prophet. And you've seen me do the I'm here, or you're here, they're here, right? Spirit says, Bill, you're here. And they're here. My Spirit, I don't even know anything. Yes, it's already been downloaded, Bill. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, okay, that's great. Okay, yeah, sure it is. Now, how do we get this going so I can make some money? Well, it's 2023. And everything's coming to fruition right now for me. And I know why. And I've talked about this before. And that's why I want you guys to know where frickin' Pluto is in your birth chart. Because Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. Now, Pluto is the destruction planet and then rebuilds you into something better. Well, in Chicago in 2008, moved back to Metro Detroit 2010, stayed till July of 2014, and quit my job. Not knowing how to do what I'm doing now. No idea. Thought it would be easy. That's what they told me. Well, they have a tendency to feed your ego when you don't know. Because you think, okay, so then you're going to follow it. But how do I do that? I don't understand. How do I do that? So I went through months months in, gosh, in probably, I would say 8 years that were mostly torture. Didn't know why. Was it money? Was it love? Was it relationships? Was it, again, when I would ask, and this is very, very important. When I would ask, they would say, Bill, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Bill. Like an old Italian relative of mine, which I don't have any. Don't worry about it, Bill. Don't worry about it. But I need to worry about it because guess what? I feel like I'm dying. No, Bill, you're fine. Don't worry about it. And that'll be one day. Maybe 3 days. Maybe a week. Right? So I'm telling you, find out where Pluto is in your birth chart. Okay? Because it goes into Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, right? Where it's not like it is in Capricorn. Because Capricorn is structure. It's structure. It's the government. It is everything tied to that. It's all of your baggage. It's all of your stuff. That's why you have to go on your birth chart and find out where it's in Capricorn. Find out which house is it. You have 12 houses from 1 to 12, and they all have a zodiac sign in them, right? Yes. Find out what house it is, and then Google it, and that will tell you what that house means in your life. So you understand. Ooh, yes. With Pluto and Capricorn, that part of your life is being destroyed. It's been hard, been tough. Tough decisions, tough everything, right? Because they're breaking that part of you up. That's why the birth chart is so important. At least you know what's coming, or you can say, okay, Spirit, I get it. So I need you to help me on blah, 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 blah. My home life, my love life, my job, whatever it might be in your birth chart. Because they all have meaning, okay? That's why this Mercury retrograde is so very, very important. It deals with communication. It always does. But what it also does, so again, don't buy a car, don't buy a house, unless you're gonna pay cash. Don't sign any contracts. Don't do anything like that, because there's hidden things in there that you will not know until they reveal themselves later next year and maybe the year after. Okay, so it's very, very important that you understand that. Don't buy anything big, right? Don't build a garage. Don't do any of that stuff, because if you got to pay for it in terms of every month, something's going to come back and bite you in the butt. Very important. Okay, but this time here, like it was for me, everybody who watches Coach for the Soul. If you haven't seen the episode, last October, the Mercury retrograde was over October 2nd last year, 2022. That was, I had my big breakthrough when I threw the chair away that my mother saved my life in 3 different times when I was a kid because I had kidney disease. And Spirit had me throw the chair away. I had that chair for 57 years. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Because you weren't supposed to do it yet. Okay, but there's always keystones. They have you set on a path to ascension. You signed the contract in your soul self, saying, yes, that's what we're going to do. I did it, and I'm thinking, who the hell signed that contract? Because what the hell is that about? That's one of the words you can say. What does that do for you? Nothing. But knowing where Capricorn is and Aquarius, okay, with Pluto, it's very, very, very important. With Pluto in Aquarius next year, it's all about ascension. It's all about connecting to Spirit. It's all about all the cool stuff that most people want to do. But there's also every year 6 or 7 planets that go retrograde at the same time. That's where we're at now. Once Mercury retrograde goes on the 23rd, there are 7 planets in retrograde, and they're all outer planets, except for Mercury. Okay? What Mercury's doing this time, as it wasn't as intense last time, all of your vibrational baggage, it is taking from you. You're going to be upset. You're going to get angry. You're going to cry. You're going to get emotional. You're going to want to punch something. Okay? It's literally pulling it out of your body because you won't let the shit go. You won't let the stuff go. So, like we've talked about before, they're going to do whatever they've got to do to get you to that keystone. And that keystone is 5D. Plain and simple. They're going to use retrogrades. There's another one in December in Capricorn. Hallelujah. Right? So then again, it's about your structure, right? It's about your structure. This time it's in Virgo. Look that up. Mercury retrograde in Virgo. And read what it says. Because that's exactly what it's going to attack on you this time. And it's 3.5 weeks long. We're in the pre-shadow, which is 10 days long. Baby, it is tough as hell. It is tough as hell. And we still have Venus retrograde until September 3rd. September 4th. September 3rd. Yeah. That's money in relationships. Love. Been fighting with your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend or even the dog? Yeah. Because what it's doing is having you look at your money situation and believing you're going to be okay. It's there to F you up. It's there to make ego go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I would say 80% of the people that I've talked to in the last month, either by just texting, asking me questions, things like that, are freaking out. Oh my God, Bill, oh my God, Bill, stop. If you don't believe what they tell you, if you haven't asked for financial abundance, right? Again, in a retrograde, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. That's when you say, Spirit, I know it's coming. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Stop, I'm not listening to that. It's a lie, stop. And so many people don't talk out loud to ego anymore. It should be a daily practice. I know it's hard to get out of third dimension because that's what we're all used to. But I'm telling you what, your life is so much easier. So much easier if you just get your ego to stop. If you talk to your guides, and if I get one more person who says, Bill, I want to hear them. Okay. As they tell you you're dumb as dirt, and what the hell are you doing, and why would you do that, and my crown chakra just lit up. Because that's what they're going to tell you. Why didn't you listen? What are you doing? They'll discipline you. Been there, done that. Only with me, it was the F word. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Bill, what are you doing? You know that's not what you're supposed to do. I know, but, and I've had those conversations with you guys before, and how to deal with that. You have to parent yourself. All of these things that we talk about in Coaching for the Soul, you guys have to put into practice. Because if you don't, they're going to rip those things out of you, and it's going to be hell. You'll be like, Bill, I don't understand, but feel like I got hit by a bus. Well, yeah. Because last night they probably took half of your old vibrational energy away. And your body's going, what just happened to me? I can't even freaking get off the couch. Yeah. Well, I got things to do. Guess what, sister? Guess what, mister? Guess what, bro? Not going to happen. You can try to get off the couch, but guess what? You'll be like, oh no, I can't do that. Oh, no, I can't. Are you sick? And most people will say, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. Let me text Bill. Really? You all know. Oh, no. I don't mind doing it. I love it. But it's the same questions all the time. What do I do about this? 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 We've talked about it before. So your third dimensional ego is not, you're not actually hearing it and digesting it. I'm not your mom, I'm not your dad, not the principal, not the police, not the government. No, I'm not. But they're the authority that comes through me to tell you, WTF. What are you doing? And sometimes people don't like those conversations because they believe they're talking to Bill. They're not talking to Bill. Just like now, this isn't Bill, it's them. And my ancestors around me, which are still here. So when this Mercury retrograde kicks in on the 23rd, be ready, baby. Be ready. Find out what day it is of the week. You might want to take that day off. Or be prepared to deal with the energy that you get all around you. Because everyone's going to be angry for 3.5 weeks. And then a 10-day shadow after that. If they're not already angry, which a lot of people are. And they don't know why. They're blaming the economy. They're blaming the gas prices. They're blaming growth. Okay, it's the same old thing. Guess why that stuff is as high as it is? Because they're trying to get you not to consume as much. But I want to, guess you can, I want all you want to do. You can do that all day long if you want to. They don't care. Because they're trying to get you to go, okay, Spirit, why is this affecting me so deeply? Now, are you going to hear a conversation back? Probably not. But I'll tell you, just today on YouTube, I got 2 answers to things I asked last week. Are you freaking kidding me? This is and I'm amazed every time it happens. Every time it happens. Yeah. Still amazed at that. And I will say, why don't you just tell me? No, Bill, it's better for you if you see it and hear it, which is true. Because they know I'm a Capricorn. They know that if I see it and I hear it, everything's golden. If I hear it, cool, I'll forget it. Because I digest it, it goes in my memory bank, awesome. And then at some future date, it will pop up and think, yeah, Spirit, I remember that. I remember that, Spirit, yeah. Lots of deja vus. Lots of deja vus. Okay? I had one yesterday, out of the blue. Talked about this years ago, before I was this person. I don't know what it was doing at the table on my laptop on YouTube, and something was on TV that I was watching, and I was like, I had this dream last night that I was sitting at a table that I don't even have a table like that. True. But I do now. That was probably 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. And it clicked in like a vision, like a boom, right? Oh my God, I had this dream. I told my friends about it because I didn't know where the hell I was at. Oh, that's before I was this guy. Before I was this guy. They know your future. You signed the contract, your soul contract that has all the keystones in it, right? And they know the keystones. We do not. But when you get situations in your life that you don't understand, and you ask the question, either to me, or to somebody else, or to them, if you don't like the answer, they don't care. They don't care. Like some people will say, oh my gosh, well, that was brutal. Well, you're not doing your part of the job. You're not. You know, you're overextending yourself. You're working too much. You're planning too much. Stop. Because they'll put a big old in the middle of your plans. That'll be the S word. They will. They'll completely do that to your plans. And have you be mad and upset because you're supposed to be doing something else today. You planned this knowing that you needed to do this today. For you. Being selfish. Understanding that that's their job is to get you to the next keystone. It's their job. Your guides are yours, no one else's. They've been with you every single lifetime. And as they go through every single lifetime, you add more guides above. Because your soul's older. So it may need some refreshing information. from 3,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, whatever it might be. See? So this Mercury retrograde is going to be brutal. Going to be brutal. A lot of things are going to shift for people. A lot of things are going to change. And if you're not already freaking out, about money and love, which most people are, add on communication to that, which we all do every single day. Every day. When you send an email, make sure that you check to see that they got it. When you send a text and the person didn't get it, and they tell you that, it's probably hung up somewhere with a Mercury retrograde, because they do that, depending upon the relationship that you're having with the person you're texting with. If they need to learn something, if you need to learn something, and you're chatting back and forth by text, trust me. Trust me. You'll be like, Bill, I can't believe this. I've sent it to this person, and they didn't get any of them. Then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, they show up. Of course they do. Because they want that other person to go, how come you're not answering me? WTF. I don't get it. I did answer you. I had that the other day. I said to her, a client in Chicago, Mercury retrograde. I said, here it is again. And it went through. Took a screenshot and sent it to her. She goes, are you kidding? I'm like, no. What's wrong with my phone? Nothing. It's them. It's them. Mercury retrograde on the 23rd is meant to pull vibrational baggage out of your body. So that new vibrations can inhibit you, Spirit says, and bring you into the energy where you're supposed to go. Because ego is fighting it. And that's when you have to look at yourself and go, okay, am I a sovereign human that runs my life? We're all adults. If your parents didn't teach you how to be an adult, it's their fault. Blame them. But forgive them. Because they're probably not adults either. Okay? Because back in the day, people didn't know how to teach their children how to be adults. Because they never got taught. My mother and father never got taught. Never got taught. Right? They did the best they could. Well, that's fine. That's great. We have to do better. Why? Because it's going to be the age of Aquarius in the next 5 years. Okay? Big time. And we're all going to be like, remember back when, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when blah, blah, blah really affected us? Oh, yeah, I do. Blah, 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 blah. We'll look back and go, wow, I can't believe I was that person. I can't believe that I was that person that wouldn't let go. It's so much better now. Of course it is. Of course it is. So when you get those upgrades, like I got on Saturday morning, right, before I got up out of bed, I believe it was all night long, because I was done. Being exhausted, like I didn't get any sleep at all. Because that's what happens. That's what happens. See? So when things come to pass, okay, Spirit, WTF. I don't get it. I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. And you may not hear anything. You may not hear anything at all. But you made the attempt to ask them, what is WTF, right? They're like, okay, she's getting it. He's getting it too. Okay. Okay. So now we'll see if on a casual day, if on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, they're just going through and scrolling, right? And boom, it hits them in the face, because they'll make sure that you see the answer to the question that you asked today, 2 days ago, a week ago. And they'll make sure that it smacks you in the face. But retrogrades are made to make us learn, especially now. Because all the planets mean something in your birth chart. Trust me, they do. And when you get your birth chart, pamgregory.com, okay, I'm an amazing astrologer in London. You're going to be surprised when it reads the definition of, let's say, I would say like Uranus and Virgo. Okay? Wow, that's totally me. Or, yeah, I don't really get a lot of that. But how many degrees is it? It's like 3 degrees, Bill, maybe 5 or 6, because it's not that important in your birth chart. But if it's 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, intense. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel that damn Mercury retrograde, any of the retrogrades. You're going to feel it. And that, PamGregory.com. Okay? PamGregory.com. I'll put it in the description on the YouTube feed. Okay? So it's so very, very important that you guys understand that, because I don't want you guys to go through what I went through. Never a teacher. Why? May I ask, Spirit? Because, Bill, you're here and they're not. But I don't know that much. Yes, you do. You just don't access it yet. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. But you told me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah. I also had a dream last Sunday night. No, Saturday night. Sunday morning. That I died. That I was getting ready to die. Right? And the whole thing. And I did this, being the person that I am. Yes, Joe, that's it. Okay? I stopped that death like a good Capricorn. I said, oh, hell no. Oh, no. I'm not dying yet. There's no freaking way I'm dying yet. Because you have to come through with my 3 things that I've asked for that are not here yet. You got to bring me millions of dollars. You got to let me buy my house in Kihei, Maui. And where's the love at? Where's the boyfriend? Well, the boyfriend's already here. But come on. You didn't. No. I'm not going anyplace yet. And guess what happened? I came right back to life. Yeah. Testing me to see if I was done. Oh, hell no, I ain't done. I may be 63 and my body's 63, so everything's starting to fall apart now, right? There's all kinds of stuff going on. Chimes. That I never had a year ago, but now all of a sudden this stuff's worn out. So they got to check everything. And everything's fine, which is a blessing. But we have a say in, oh, no. You promised me this stuff? I ain't going no place. No, I'm not going any place. Because if you're getting me to this point where I'm going to die, why do it? Why would you have me do all that stuff? I'm remembering the dream. I did all that work for a destination, for what you promised me if I did the work. Right back to life. And then I woke up. How about that? So when we have those dreams, that's the first time that I've ever participated in my life. First time in my life that I have participated in a dream. Something new. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool. I was busted. I was exhausted. Like, oh my God, come on. 2 exhaustive nights in a row. Why? They're getting me ready for that keystone. They're getting me ready to move in October. They're getting me ready to start that life that they've told me is coming. And it's a lot of work. I've been told since 2018, Bill, enjoy your time in Detroit because you're going to miss living and working in Detroit. You're going to be that busy when you go. And when you get there, you're going to be a totally different guy, totally different human. As soon as you step off the plane, you're going to be all activated and all upgraded. It happens to all of us. We all have that type of future. Why? Because we're teachers. You have to teach other people on the planet. Also, Spirit gave me this last week. You know how when we'll say, yeah, I'm in this dream and I don't see anybody, and I'm not in the dream? That's not true. I'm looking at it, mine was always, I look at it from the outside. No, that's not who you are now in the dream. It's who you've been in the past. Makes total sense to freaking me. I'm like, are you freaking kidding? Couldn't they have told me that sooner? Well, Bill, now is the time. Why? Don't worry about it. Okay. Surrendering. Okay. Before I used to cuss and swear and no. Well, you need to tell me now. Finally, after years of doing that, at least 2.5, 3 years, at least that, being frustrated, not understanding energy, not understanding vibration, not understanding much of anything because I was still mostly muggle. See, you got to surrender. You got to go, you know what? Cool. Okay. You're going to tell me what I'm supposed to know. Of course we are. Remember the keystones. Yeah, those GD keystones. We all have them. We all have them. And that's why it is so very, very important that we as a collective understand. The more that we don't engage, because life's so busy, it ain't that busy. It's you who packs your life with stuff, unless you have kids. And they'll pack your life with stuff until you say no. No, you can't do that. No, you're not playing soccer. No, you're not da-da-da-da. You're not going to ballet. No, we're not doing ballet anymore. No. You've done it for 2 or 3 years, and no, we're not doing that anymore. I know it's fun, but you know what? We're not doing that anymore. There's other things for you to do now. And 9 times out of 10, the kids won't do anything. They'll just hang out and play. That's the point. We need to do that. Hang out and play. But we fill our lives with graduate degrees and with schooling and with taking courses and finding something for us to make money at. And why are you doing all that? That's bullshit stuff, right? Ask them and let them bring it to you. Because the more you act on your third dimensional self, it will sabotage you every single time. Every time. It believes it's saving your life. It doesn't know what that is. I don't know what that energy is. And my job as your ego, I've died with you every single lifetime, is to make sure that you don't go towards that light, that you don't raise your vibration and all the things that guy says, because that's all baloney. It's not true. It's not true at all. You need to find yourself a job that pays you more money. You need to go to school to get more schooling because somebody makes you feel bad because of the pressure, because you're not your own person. Having one more kid, because guess what? I love being a mom, so you don't have to look at yourself. Well, eventually, guess what? You're gonna have to look at yourself, because they'll make you. And your life will be hell. Because we take it as being hell, right? We don't take it as teaching. We take it as being, oh my gosh, it's so hard. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Well, if you would have listened and done a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, what you were guided to do, I didn't have time, Bill. It was the pandemic, and I couldn't. What was the perfect time? Everybody was home with the kids, with the husband, with the wife, partner, whatever, the dog, because everything was closed. Perfect time for me. I had a great time. Up-leveled because I surrendered to whatever you want to do. Remember the conversation the Spirit had with me months ago about my financial situation. What are you worried about money for? We just need you to chill. We're activating you for the future. Don't worry about it. It's all going to be fine. Well, it has been fine. But my ego was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, again, I couldn't even stop it. Because it gets around my heart and I cannot lose it. And as soon as Spirit stopped with that conversation, completely gone. Haven't had it since. And that was like March, maybe April. Yeah. Did you guys have the conversation with your guides? Probably not. But I will tell you, in 2018, a song triggered me into a conversation with my nephew who passed away at 12 years old in 1996, and Spirit. Had to pull in the Kroger parking lot. I was so upset. And I taped it on my phone. And I basically said to Dan, you're still a child. But he says, Uncle Bill, I'm grown. Uncle Bill, I'm all grown up. I'm like 32 now, Uncle Bill. And Spirit's like, Bill, you have to let him go, because it was in my heart. I knew it was in my heart, but I didn't know it was a bad thing, because I was still a muggle. So after a 10 or 15 minute conversation, completely gone. Why? Because I heard a freaking song on the radio. The song was titled, You Gotta Let Him Go. I'd heard that song 40 times in that year, 2018. Can I find that song anywhere? No, I can't. Because as soon as I had that moment, completely gone. See? So songs will trigger you. Retrogrades will trigger you big time. Family will trigger you. Okay? Husbands, wives, spouses, partners, the dog, the cat, the child, whatever will trigger you. Why? Because they're trying to get you to understand that you got to let that stuff go. Why am I so angry at my child? Because you're frustrated with you. Again, you don't yell at your kids. That's your frustration, not theirs. You never touch your children. You never grab their arm. You never spank their butt. No. You never slap in the face. And what you say to them damages them or lifts them up. I had a conversation last Monday with my quantum healer. And my sister had seen her 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 now, because her husband had just passed. She came to see me for a couple days, went to Jackson, saw her friends for 3 days. But she had a session with Brenda at the Indigo Doors, okay? And my sister came out. She looked totally different. You know, because Brenda talks to you for an hour, then you get an hour on the table, and she pulls all this garbage out of you that's been in you for thousands of years. So I sit down and she goes, so Bill, when your sister was here, you seem to have a different view of your mom than she does. I'm like, well, yeah, we all have different experiences with our parents. And she goes, well, your mom treated you guys pretty bad. I'm like, well, not. She goes, but you always defend her, don't you? I'm like, well, yeah, she was my mom. Well, what's wrong with that? My mom didn't parent us. She didn't love us. Didn't show us love. She loved us by feeding us, by washing the linens every week, right? The towels. That was what my mom did, right? But we cleaned the house. She never cleaned the house. Never. She would always say to us, as a collective, I had you children to take care of me and your father, not us take care of you. That's like from the age of like 6, 7 years old. Right? Well, I thought that's just my mom. She da-da-da-da-da. No. Not one person in my family's solar plexus is strong. Not one of us. There's 3 left. Not one of us has a solar plexus, which is how you feel about yourself. Now, many of you know me in person, right? And you know that I'm a different guy than I am here because I'm working, right? So my solar plexus is kicking ass and I'm good at what I do, right? I'm a Capricorn, receiving everything I got to receive. But as soon as this is done and I put it on YouTube and my day's done, I'm usually in a pretty good space because I've been with Spirit most of the day. But sometimes I'm not. And I always wondered why. Well, the verbal abuse from my mom, not from my dad, my mom. Who do you think you're talking to, young man? Oh, you got to back up and surrender, right? She was a smoker, Or in the winter time, after winter, she was in her house coat all day. She never got up for us to go to school. She went to bed at 2:00 in the morning, right? Because she needed her alone time. She would sit there in the winter time and above her chair would be a nicotine stain on the ceiling. That's how much my mom smoked. Okay? My dad would have to paint the ceiling in the spring, right? But all those times when she didn't get up, my dad got up with us. We had to change Christmas Eve, or Christmas Day to Christmas Eve, because she wasn't getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning with the kids because they're running down the stairs from upstairs, waking me up. And those days were hell. So they changed it to Saturday night. They changed it to Christmas Eve to the night before Christmas. So my mom could do that. She could sleep. So when we got up on Christmas morning, we had to be really, really quiet. Okay, for your mom. It was always for my mom, right? Always for my mom. She never emptied an ashtray. Why isn't my ashtray emptied? I got it. Good kid. Making sure she doesn't blow up because she screamed all the time. And she was curt all the time, sarcastic all the time. That's just the way, again, we all have those stories, right? We all have that damage that we don't think is damage into how our parents kept us small. Chakras don't lie, baby. Chakras do not lie. They do not lie. And I've been, and Spirit has put in front of me for the past month and a half, before the conversation, sacral chakra, sacral chakra, sacral chakra, sacral. How's up with the sacral chakra? I don't even know what that is, where it's at. I know where my heart's at, my throat's at, my crown's at, my root's at. Yeah, okay. Well, guess what I had to do? I had to look it up. I had to look at it. And interestingly enough, when I was in Frankenmuth doing the fair, a girl that I did not know came over to me with a healing stone in the shape of a heart and said, my guides keep telling me I got to give this to Bill. She goes, but I don't know you and I'm sorry. Like, that's okay. What does it do? Because I don't know crystals. So she sat down, we talked for an hour. Okay? I have the stone. My wonderful friend Aaron that I met at St. Clair Shores at the fair just became a Reiki master. I mean, in the last week. And this man is amazingly talented, amazingly handsome, amazingly everything. He connects in higher level, and I follow him, which is kind of cool. He gave me a solar plexus yellow citrine on a necklace. So guess what I did this week? I did a meditation with both of them laying on my solar plexus and my sacral chakra. 22 minutes long. Those crystals, that one stone was as hot as it could possibly be. I took them off my body. It was like fire. Got to get it moving. So we have to look at that too. And we have to look at how our parents damaged us and how you guys who have kids have damaged your kids. If they're born after 2000, you're good. Because after 2000, every child is a starseed. They're connected to spirit automatically, although they may not know it. Any of them before 95, guess what? Your spirituality will become their spirituality. That's why you got to work on yourself. That's where you're the teaching mom. That's where you're the teaching dad. That's where you're the gunkle, right? Gay uncle. Yeah. That's where you're that's where you're the aunt, the get aunt, right? Because it's our job as starseeds, as people that are connected to the universe, to take care of those children, to allow them to be activated. Because they don't have the baggage we had coming into this lifetime. thousands of years of baggage, everybody, that we had coming in. And that's why the retrogrades are so important. That's why this Mercury retrograde is going to blow your life apart. It's supposed to. Because they need you here. And if you're not doing your stuff because you're wrapped up in all this other garbage that doesn't matter, I have to get my graduate degree in this. Why? Because I'll make more money. Okay. What does that have to do with anything? Because then you're going to feel better? Well, I will have accomplished, so your sacral chakra sucks. Your ego's in your head, trying to sabotage every move that you make. I have to achieve. That's what I was taught. No, you don't. Achieve anything. Because I'll remind you of this. Every person on this broadcast, and our families and our friends and everybody else, right? Put money away for now. Put gold away for now. Put silver away for now. And you've carried that through every one of your lifetimes. It's like in a cave. Well, guess what? This lifetime, they bless you with that money. That's how we get into fifth dimension and don't have to work, because we just won $30 million in the freaking lottery. I never knew where it was going to come from until I had that soul journey, that soul retrieval with Lori Lipton. And she said, Bill, I asked them, what's this big glob of gold, sparkly gold blob above your head, like 3 inches above your head? She goes, it was oblong shaped. And they told her, that's his ancient gold for now. She goes, I don't understand what that is. All of you have put money away for now. Because in fourth and fifth dimension, we'll be abundant. I never knew how. Never knew how. But if you win $1 billion, like the guy in Florida, right? Guess what? He's going to spread that around to people that he loves in the millions. So he blesses 20 people in his family with 5 million apiece, 20 million apiece, right? Changes their complete life. What do they do with that money? They spread it around. Because they don't need $20 million. I'm freaking 63. What are you going to spend $20 million at, or $30 million, or $50 million? Chimes. Where am I going to spend it? I'd give it away. Because they're guided to give it away. So those are the things, everybody, that we have to continue to work on. You have to surrender and make it a lifestyle. Because you can't live in both worlds. And you will find out, if you're trying to, with a family who's overbearing, a mom and a dad who tell you what to do when you're grown, controlling you like a marionette. If you don't know what a marionette is, look it up. You're old enough, you'll understand. The puppeteer. See? The boss manipulates you. This manipulates you. I've got to be in Palm Beach by next March, because that's where my wife, my girlfriend, my partner, whatever, that's where they're from, and they want to move home. So if I'm going to be with this person, I've got to make sure that I've got everything wrapped up in a nice little bow, so I can pick up my stuff, man or woman, and move with somebody, which you should never do, unless you're married. And we're going to set up there but I'm afraid I'm not going to make enough money. I'm afraid, because they pay lower than they do in Michigan. Of course they do. Of course they do. It's in the South, and it's jacked up. Well, I don't know how I'm probably going to have an extra job. Then why are you moving? That doesn't make sense. Why doesn't she move here? Or can you work remotely? See? Giving up who you are to be with somebody is a no-go. Unless the person that you are is dysfunctional, not connecting to yourself, not connecting to your heart, not connecting to your guides. Why? Because you don't say anything or do anything. It's all wrapped up in your heart, in your body, perpetually. Like a freaking sewer. And they are going to make the sewer erupt. Bill, why did this happen to me? Because you haven't done what you needed to do, that you were instructed to do for the last 5 years that you've known me. Whatever it might be, 2 years, 1 year, whatever it might be. Or other people, right? I know people that have multiple people that they follow. Awesome. That is a blessing and a half. Because then you can pick and choose what you listen to. Because it's coming. It's already here. And you're going to have those mornings when you wake up out of bed and go, my God, I got hit by a freaking tank. Mm-hmm. And why do you think you got hit by a tank? Because, I remember, I was da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, they just upgraded you over a 6, 7, 8 hour period. See? And they're going to continue to do that as you work on you. But you won't have those dreams if you're not. How many times today have you said, I love you to yourself out loud? Not at all. 3, 4, all 10? Congratulations if you did all 10. If you're not telling yourself, I love you out by talking out loud, who's going to tell you that they love you? The dog? Your husband? Your wife? Your mom? Your dad? Don't bet on it. Don't bet on it. And if they do, God bless them, it's awesome. But most people don't. Well, you know how I feel about you. So you have to be selfish and tell yourself that you love yourself. I do it every night before I go to bed. I say, I love you, Bill, so much, and I'm so proud of you. And I respond back, thank you, honey. I love you too. As my mother used to say, right? She wouldn't say the I love you part. She'd just say, okay, honey. Yeah. But you have to do that. I say it all day long. Attractive. My eyes are really green today. The sun is great today, Spirit. I love it. Blah, 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 blah. Showing your appreciation is how you get connected, how you stay connected, how you stay in the energy flow. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, what it's about. More teachings next Thursday at 3, Coach for the Soul, right? Yeah. See, the I love yous are so important, Joe. So important. So important. Especially for single guys, single women. If you don't do that, who's going to do it? Haley, who's going to do it? It's important for all of us. Kathy, Erica, Pratik, Laura, right? Nancy. Have to. Because no one's going to give it to you. Your dog can show you that he loves you because you're going to feed him. Cat too. Your children never say that I love you unless you teach your children to say I love you, which is the best thing you can do for them. Because they'll tell their friends when they're 5 years old, I love you, and they'll give them hugs. It's unconditional. They haven't learned yet from their environment, from their parents, society, how to be evil, how to be closed off. There's a amazing conversation in a movie called Call Me By Your Name with Timothy Chalamet and Armie Hammer. It's a gay-themed movie. Probably everybody's heard about it. And it's a beautiful love story that's in Italy in the 80s. And Timothy Chalamet's character gets crushed because Armie goes back to America. And they fell in love with each other. Okay? I think Armie's like 25 and Timothy's 17. And Timothy's father says something that's very, very, very important. Feel what you're feeling today. Feel that. Feel that he's not here anymore. Feel that you're sad. Feel that you're sad. Because that's love. That's love. I'm going to cry. I'm going to try not to. But most people, by the time they're 30, are emotionally bankrupt because they never feel anything. And they will never feel anything ever again because they've shut everything down. Well, that's their dimension. They got to feel it. When you feel it, you go, oh, I hate this. Then stop. Surrender. Freaking surrender and feel it. And then we'll take it away after a certain amount of time because they can see how much we're letting go. Very important. Very important. You have to feel it. You got to feel it to believe it. But then when it doesn't come up as bad next Mercury retrograde, next Venus retrograde, next Uranus retrograde, next Jupiter retrograde, yeah. That's how you know that you're letting stuff go. And that's the key. As you go higher dimensional energy and you're in 5D and you go, this is freaking amazing. I never thought I'd get here. Well, they did. I say that all the time. All the time. I'm so thankful and so blessed that I'm this guy. Do I know who this guy is? No, not really. I just know after this week that Maui's going to be amazing. The house is going to be amazing. The books are going to be amazing. I'm not going to have to do what I've done here. Because I'll be here and higher. Yeah. And all of us are going in that direction, everybody. Trust me, you are. So, that hour went fast. And I didn't think I was going to get an hour, but you know who, decided to ground me so I could tell you guys what they needed to tell you. Oh, this cough is crazy. So, this will be on my YouTube channel in about half an hour. If you guys please would go to the YouTube channel, BillHobart.com, and like the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Even if you want to share it on your channel, that'd be even better, on your Facebook page. I would appreciate that. Just a comment. Tell me how you liked the video when you saw it live. Okay. Hi, Bill is fine. But I'd like the algorithms of YouTube to pick it up and send it to people around the planet so that more people can get into it. Because when I start doing it from Maui, probably next year, because it won't be if I move in October, I won't do it in November or December or January because I'll be getting settled and things like that. But then they may say, "Hey, Bill, coach for the soul on Thursday." Okay, that's just Bill thinking. What's wrong with the thinking? Don't think, Bill. Stop thinking. But I was thinking, yeah, they'll probably do that. I can say that, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. Like with anybody. Okay? So, do me the favor and go over there and like the video. Give me a comment. I love you guys so much. I am so proud of you for coming again to the program, listening and watching, putting what you can into place. Okay, reminding you to say your I love yous. There's element coaching packages on my website and also at elementsessions.com. If you want to be part of this once a month, okay, with individual coaching, with what you got to work on, instructions on how to do it, just straight out conversations about stuff for 15 minutes, a half an hour, and an hour and a half. Okay. And all the pricing is listed there, and then what you get is all listed there. Invest in yourself, will you? Invest in yourself. Because I know when I get to Maui, that's all I will be doing when it comes to my actual reaching out, except for Coaching for the Soul. And that may be taped. I don't know yet. All right? So, namaste, everybody. I will see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock for Coaching for the Soul. Thursdays at 3. See you guys.